Hi, I'm Ken Jr. and welcome to Train World TV. Here you'll find the latest and greatest in model trains. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new to our channel, we're glad you're here, and I invite you to click the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you'll never miss a video. Now, we'd also love to send you exclusive deals and special announcements that you won't find anywhere else. So be sure to sign up for our emails, TW Text, and stay connected with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Don't forget, you can shop online at trainworld.com for all your model train needs. Now, without further ado, enjoy today's video.
All right, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to Train World TV. We have another ritual and another exciting night, and we have the brand new Lionel 2026 catalog here, and this cover is as beautiful as ever. And tons of new product, something for everyone in this catalog, and we're back to the actual catalog and looking great, all these pictures, so lots of great stuff in here. And we're going to talk about all the product, both high-end, ready to roll, and what's in the catalog, as well as some top favorite picks. So we have a long night ahead of us, but it's going to be short and sweet at the same time. And we're going to go around the horn and introduce ourselves. I'm Ken Jr., and to the, I guess, depending which way you look at, Ken Sr. Right next to me. How you doing, Dad?
I'm doing good. Thanks for the invite again. And don't put those trains away yet. Don't box them up because it's still snowing out. It's still winter. And let's put them on a board and start building something.
All right. And we also have Lionel here, and we want to thank Lionel very much for hopping on tonight and being a part of this live stream. We always appreciate it. So if Lionel, you want to go around the horn and introduce yourselves so everybody, I guess, if they haven't seen one, knows who you are now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ryan. I'm the Director of Project Management, and it's great as always to be back here with my favorite Kens and my favorite team talking about C1.
Hi, everyone. Megan Frazier, Lionel Product Manager here. Excited to get rolling on the catalog.
Hey, guys. This is Corey. I am also a Lionel Product Manager and also super excited to be here and talk about the catalog.
That's awesome. And we are going to kick it off right with a raffle so we get everybody's juices flowing for tonight. And I know it's been cold weather, but we are going to kick it off right. So we're going to raffle off this beautiful Angela Trotta Thomas boxcar, and it's a New York Central, I think it's a F3s on it, but beautiful artwork. And again, a Lionel boxcar. So top of the head, let's see. Put in the chat hashtag Lionel, and also put 250 and the state you're from. So 250 for America's 250th, because Lionel has some great announcements in this catalog for the 250th anniversary for America, and do Lionel. So Lionel 250 and the state you're from, and we'll pick out a lucky winner. And it's really nice when we ship these off. A lot of people get really excited. They say they've never won anything before, so that's always nice to hear. And we're already getting the ball rolling. Look at all these raffles coming in, and we could see all these different states, people all over the world, Michigan, Maryland, Jersey, New Hampshire, New York, so Wisconsin. So lots of people here, and we'll pick out a lucky winner for tonight. So keep those coming in. So we have a lot to cover because it actually is a big catalog and over 100 pages. So we can't flip through every single page, but we will do our best to cover everything that you should know and to be on the lookout for. So let's kick it off. And we got this beautiful page here that will start. And I think first up, Rye, do you want to go in order of the list that you sent or in order of
the list I sent over was pretty much in catalog order too. So we'll start. Okay. I think, as you said, great place to start is with the 250 section here. And we've really got a wonderful assortment in both high-end scale locomotives, traditional items, you name it. We've got it really well covered here as we all want to celebrate a milestone for America this year.
I'm so glad I looked at your list because I skipped over the 250th and I just moved straight to the GP40. So I'm glad your memory's sharp.
No, we can't skip over America's 250th. I think this is going to be a big theme. I mean, we're already seeing it in the real world too with locomotives coming online. Seems almost every week there's a new red, white, and blue locomotive out there. We've got some that we're working on for the next catalog already. So it's been real exciting to watch that all take place. First up in the catalog, we've got one of my personal favorites, a return of our legacy 19th century 440s. This is not the classic Lionel traditional general. This is the high-end version of this locomotive the tooling's based off of the locomotives at Golden Spike National Park. So we've got some great detailing here. And the first paint scheme is one that's obviously fictitious, but really captures that spirit of the era back about the centennial time frame of America's existence in the 1870s with the style of the day on the locomotive. Lots of gilting, lots of scroll work and brass trim and polished areas, wood varnished cabs, etc. A lot of fine detailing on these. We'll see some more of them later in the catalog, so I won't harp too much on them all right now, but very beautiful engines. Upgraded from the last release now. Because our electronics have gotten a little more compact, we were able to get sound in the locomotives. And so you have add-on passenger cars as well that come along with nice detailed interiors and their drawbars or Lincoln pin couplers to give you that nice period consist. I think a lot of people are going to be really happy with these if you've never seen them before. They're just beautiful models.
Yeah, and we got the brass hybrids. I think it was like 2 years ago that you first did it, maybe 3 years. But everybody went crazy for the detail, really beautiful. And this paint scheme is just gorgeous. And everybody is going crazy for the 250 America series and 250th. It's just very, very hot right now.
And also, the engine does not smoke, and the sound is in the tender, correct? Is that where not in the passenger cars?
Correct. No sound in the passenger cars anymore. All the sound's in the tender of the engine. These also have Bluetooth now and 4-digit addressing, but there's just no room to get a smoke unit of any decent size inside this boiler. It's about the size of a marker. So it's a nice tiny little engine, very delicate looking. So we couldn't quite cram the smoke unit in there, but we've got a lot of electronics packed in that tender.
It's definitely one of the top 10 sellers in the catalog of our orders. Sure.
Of course, we've got the commemorative boxcar for the 250th available in all scales, O-gauge, traditional, made in USA. Our HO version will also be printed in-house here this year. And then we have it in S-gauge for American Flyer and a scale PS1 with all the nice standoff details. So whatever size you enjoy, we've got a boxcar for you. And then another real winner of this catalog, a lot of buzz around the Reading T1s. I think perfect time to bring these out with the engines coming out. The B&O just rolled out the original AFD #1 a couple of weeks ago. AFT 250, getting further along in her restoration up in Ohio. So really good to see. We work with the team there to make sure we got the right color swatches and some of the details on that one since it's not finished. And then we have obviously the Reading and Northern and the standard paint schemes as well. So we're getting a lot of good feedback on these also. Very excited to have these coming back in the legacy lineup with the 4-digit addressing. It's a interesting locomotive. You sort of have a semi-streamlined look. It's a small engine as Northerns go, kind of on the smaller side for Northerns. So it doesn't overpower your layout if you've got the smaller railroad, but still has plenty of a big engine feel to it. So we've been able to do quite a few paint schemes on it this time around.
Yeah, right. And when we were looking at the back orders today, we were kind of reviewing things, and the Reading and Northern was like one of the best sellers for Steam. Just a lot of people love that paint scheme, and just that yellow trim really just pops out. So really nice color on that. And a lot of people excited for the Reading and Northern one.
Yeah, we've been getting requests for that ever since they got her back under Steam about a year or so ago. So glad to bring her back into the lineup.
Okay.
All right. We'll head backwards for now. Yeah, so lots of America 250 stuff. We covered the T1s. We covered the T1s, the box
the re-release of the American Freedom Train to go along with that. Some of the cars that we first started releasing back about 2016. There are some new cars we have not done before, like the big display cars, and some of the tooling cars. So we're getting closer to completing that train. If you started your collection, you can continue to add on to it. If you haven't, you've got a chance to catch back up again here with all these. And then we've also got the special 4-pack there at the bottom of that spread that will be the sort of updated version of the Freedom Train with 4 cars that were not in the original consist, but take us from 1976 to 2026 with sort of innovative and imaginative backlit panels on the doors and an open display car with some new fun things inside, if you want to modernize your train just for the fun of it.
Now, the sleeping car is a sound car. Is it people snoring, or what is it?
The sound car actually plays some of the some patriotic music, samples of reading scripts and things like that, as if you were in the car itself. And then you get the freight sounds and things playing along as well.
And tons of patriotic theme items. Uncle Sam, Lenny the Lion in hats, the wind-up, some starter sets. So Lionel is doing a ton of products that are really focusing on the America 250, and even at the Super Bowl, that you saw America 250. Lots of companies are excited about this, and it's becoming really a national, sensation. Here's a lighted American flag boxcar, the 440s, the passenger cars. You got Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, the Founding Fathers, the 250th caboose. Ken Sr., I think you were talking about one of these.
That's like the #1 seller since the last announcement of it. And I believe, Lionel, you guys actually sold out and you went back to the well and going to make more on it. So that's a super popular item, that one there.
Yeah.
And Kenny, if you can go back to the passenger cars, page 11. Page 11.
Okay.
Okay. There on the right side, you got the heavyweight Freedom cars, and that's just the first of many to come.
No, those actually are part of the consist here. So the RPO car was the tool car that usually ran right behind the locomotive, whether it was the T1 or the 4449 or the TMP 610. That car was with the train pretty much the whole trip as a tool car. Okay. And then the Splendid Spirit was a promotional car that sort of preceded the train a little bit, but was on some of the earlier trips as a private car. It was actually the first piece of equipment lettered for the American Freedom Train. Okay. So we did those two as sort of special add-ins that we hadn't done before, but they are specific Freedom Train cars, not and prototype to the train, just not some of the more common ones that you see with all the display cars and things like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And this boxcar also did well. Statue of Liberty illuminated boxcar. So lots of great stuff. The Declaration of Independence and was, I believe, one of the top sellers that we had.
Yeah. Yeah.
We the People, really cool boxcar. So really nice stuff. You guys did really great with this.
Kenny, go back to that page. I think everybody should actually read the sayings on these box cars, because I tell you, they're very powerful sayings from these men from that time. It's like it was refreshing to read all that stuff. I think if we all read it, we all have a better world for sure. It's great stuff that they thought about back then.
Very nice. And new track series, so lots of great stuff. And right, on to the GP40s. Hear a lot of talk about these and a lot of questions. So if you could just kind of tell people what to look out for, or what they, what this new feature is.
Yeah, so the Vision GP40-2s, all new tooling. Really excited about this one. I think it's a great locomotive, a prototype that's surprisingly overlooked in the O gauge world. And we've packed a lot of new things into these engines. From a features perspective, both the powered and the non-powered breakdown unit have a new smoking feature, which we're calling notching smoke. And what this does is it puts a dual smoke unit under that stack, so that as you start the engine in your extended startup sequence, or as you transition between the 8 diesel notches, you'll get an extra burst of smoke out that stack. Also new on all of the locomotives are a myriad of lighting features. We actually have to put an extra lighting board into these to accommodate all of the different light features that we've added. And they do vary somewhat from road name to road name, depending on what the real locomotives had at that time. The newest of the features that we haven't done before will be tricolor class and marker lights, which you would see there on that Chessie B&O engine, for example. And that will allow you to toggle between white, green, or red lights in the class light positions there on the nose, depending on how the train was running and what you'd like to have displayed there. So that will be new. But we're also packing these full of the step and walkway lights like we introduced on the ET44s, headlights and rear lights were applicable, front and rear ditch lights, Mars lights, emergency stop lights, strobe lights, multiple different versions of those, rotary warning beacons, etc. So depending on what options your railroad had, we've got all of the lighting options covered here on the locomotives, which is pretty cool. With the breakdown unit, you've got even more smoke units. We actually put 4 smoke units inside this engine, which is a lot for a locomotive this size. I mean, that's the same number we put in the Vision Big Boy. And so in addition to the main stack with that notching smoke that we already talked about, you get, if you initiate the breakdown sequence, you get a variety or a random assortment of breakdowns that could happen. And depending on which one pops up, it'll activate different light and sound and smoke features in the locomotive. So maybe you have a blown turbocharger. Well, now that second stack smoke unit is going to kick in full blast, and you'll get that double plume consistently out of there with the dialogue to match. If it's perhaps a crankcase failure or a radiator issue, you'll get smoke out the top, fans and vents towards the back of the unit. It could be an overheated traction motor. Then you'll see red light and smoke coming up from around the frame at the back of the engine as well, similar to our hot box reefers. If you've got one of those, then you're from our series last year, you'll be kind of familiar with the operation. You'll start to hear some noise, maybe have some things activate. And the longer you go without stopping to repair the problem, the worse it gets, until it's just screaming at you and the crew is begging you to stop and take a break. So it's really a fun piece, and I think a lot of people will enjoy adding that into your consist. From a detail perspective, as I mentioned, these are all new. And we did a lot of variations. We have not finished cutting the tooling yet. We did display some 3D printed samples at the show in Springfield of the different body styles, just to give some sense of of where we went on this. So if we start with the locomotive, what I've got here is actually one of the chassis variations, just because it's what I grabbed. But we did 2 different styles of pilot with and without the anti-climbers. For the battery box doors and the cab subbase, I think there's about 6 different styles of those so far. 2 different lengths of nose, different tops for your nose, depending on the era of production phase there. About a dozen different options have been designed for the front of the nose with different headlight, class light positions there. Same with the top of the cab. 2 different types of vents for your screens here, 2 different dust collector options, different options for the traction motor blower ducts. Your electric cabinet air filter boxes are road specific. 3 different styles of dynamic brakes, including non-dynamic brake versions. 2 different styles of rooftop fans, 3 different styles of end vents, same on the back of the unit as the front, about a half a dozen or more different variations there, 3 different fuel tanks, 2 different truck styles. The list goes on and on of the variations that we tooled into this so that we could get very road specific, and not just road specific, but era specific on these engines. So for example, with the chassis, we did this first run of this production order as built. Later on, if we do a later production run or a CSX X chassis unit, we can change that out to plate over the class lights, add the ditch lights, change out the plows, etc. Do all those fun features to make it as accurate as possible for people who are modeling those eras, which I think makes it really exciting if you get into the nitty gritties of a locomotive. GP40-2, very common. They were all over the place. It was one of those engines, they all look the same until you peel back the onion a little bit and see just how different and unique they all are.
That's great. And the chassis
collector or operator becoming more of a rivet counter where he knows about these details and everything?
I think some of them are. I do. I think people appreciate that. We saw a lot of good feedback on the ET44s when we did that sort of level of detail and differentiation in the different production units. And for the diesel modelers especially, it's fun to spot these things out.
Mm-hmm. Another question: is there a working video that shows the breakdown train in operation at all? Do you have something? Not yet, but once we have a sample fully functional on that, where we can do all of that, we will definitely get something out there for everybody to see. Because I think some people are a little hesitant, not knowing what it's really going to do. But once they see it, I think they're going to either regret they didn't order it or they're going to be scrambling for sure. Yeah, it will smoke you out of the room. That's one thing we plan on it doing for you.
And 2 quick questions, Ryan. The chassis, is that going to be glossy or matte gold?
It'll have a metallic gold finish, just like the real one had.
Okay. And then, so the breakdown GP40-2s are going to be non-powered, correct?
Correct. We filled it all up with smoke units. No room to get the motors in there.
Okay. Got it. So it's
the gold chassis, an actual paint scheme?
Yes, it was a commemorative unit done to commemorate General Motors' 50th anniversary. Okay. And it wore that paint scheme for a few years before being repainted in standard chassis paint.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Very cool. So lots of different paint schemes they're doing this time around.
Lots of different paint schemes. And again, read the blurbs there in the catalog. It'll tell you a little bit about the specific units that we chose. With Norfolk Southern, for example, there's some significant production differences, even between just the 2 road numbers that we chose for that. So you've got an ex-Conrail unit, an ex-Reading unit, very different engines when you get into the nitty-gritty on the details.
Mm-hmm. All right. And we're up to some tankers now.
Yeah, then for our Vision fans, we've had a lot of requests to bring back the classic Vision tank cars. This was one of the first releases we did in Vision line, really one of the first high-end scale freight cars Lionel did with all these extra features. So these are coming back again with even more features now because you have the addition of the impact sensor as well as the curve sensors in these. So as you put these in your trains, just like our Freight Sounds boxcars, you'll get the clickety-clacks as they roll along the track. Like our previous Vision cars, you'll get the different loading and unloading sequences that you can activate. And then you'll also have the curve sensors. So as the train goes into a curve, you'll get the flange squeal coming from the car. And then the impact sensor. So if you smack it too hard, you'll get the the extra noises and bumps and bangs in there too. So really fun piece that you can have a lot of interaction with. Put a couple of these in your unit trains. We picked road names and deco schemes that we have done in the past. So if you've already started a unit train, you can expand, maybe just add a vision car or two, or if you can add some of the non-sound equipped cars as well. So there's enough here to start your own unit train or add on to one you've already got.
Those cars are like the perfect length, and they just really look great.
Kenny, go back to the first the set page. Yeah. Now that's a Union Pacific engine. A couple of times I went through the catalog and I thought it was Chicago Northwestern, but this is a Union Pacific engine.
It's one of the last C&W painted units that survived on Union Pacific. And so we've done it up in that patch livery with the UP patches. You see the primered out area above the prime mover there to give it that end of sort of towards the end of its service life look.
Okay.
Be a great candidate if someone wanted to throw a little bit of extra weathering on there and complete the story.
Right. All right, on to a big steamer, the Allegheny.
The Allegheny. So this is another great one. We didn't put this in the Vision line, but man, we did up the features on this a good bit and made it pretty much what I would call a Vision Light or nearly Vision level locomotive. So we've added in with the stack and whistle steam that you had before. We've also added the safety valve steam that goes off automatically if you let the engine rest for a while and build up that steam pressure, or you can activate it manually with your cabs. We've added the kinematic drawbar and the force coupler in here. We've added the 4-digit addressing. We've also changed some of the details. We've done some new tooling here as well, so you can correctly get the earlier production versions of these that didn't have the overfire jets on the firebox and the different style of windows, cab windows and bell hangers to better replicate the 1601 and the 1604. A lot of questions that have come up on these. We will do the 1601 with the C&O heralds that it got when it went to the museum. And we will do that in gloss with polished rods. Same with the 1604. The two survivals have a nice gloss finish. 1601 will be the only one with the C&O heralds. And then the other C&O Alleghenies will all get the more standard finish with your darkened rods, etc., that look a little bit more normal.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you lost me there, Ryan. The 1601 and 04, what's going to be glossy?
The overall finish of the engine will be glossy, as if they had just rolled out of the shop.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That modern, that nice clean look.
And you mentioned you may have a sample there?
Yeah, I do. I have one of our early samples here. Let me grab her, and you know what? I'm going to set this one down and move the camera because it's hefty. Hopefully, I'll do this slow so we don't make you all dizzy here.
You might need some help lifting that thing.
There we go. So this is a what we call an engineering prototype. So it is not painted, but what you see here are all the separately applied details. Some things like this part will be new, that new tooling, so that's 3D printed. One of the things that we changed on this in terms of tooling, we have moved all of the control switches up to the top. So you'll be able to just pop the sand dome off and access all of your switches there, which is really nice. So you're not picking up this 20-pound locomotive all the time. Here on the back of the tender, you see the overfire jets. These are typical of the later production units. These would not be present on the early production engines here, this brass row of saucers looking things there. And then that also changed the positioning of the ladders and whatnot on the cab. So we've changed that all out as well for the tooling. Kind of hard to get the whole engine in one frame. It is a beast of a locomotive. These in the real world were every big as almost as the, in some dimensions, bigger than the big boys with all the weight and power to match. So really excited to bring these back. We've had a lot of happy C&O fans with some of our other releases recently, and I think this one will definitely add into there as well. You can see also the complete details back here in the back end of the cab.
There's Ryan and Dave. All right.
Yeah. Very happy to bring this one into the market again.
Very neat. All right. And then also you got the was it the creamsicle flare on it as well?
Yeah, the chassis scheme, which some of these engines, as big as they were equipped for passenger service. So not completely insane to think that it could have gotten put in as pinch hitter for the chassis. I mean, they built the turbine for it, right? So really popular paint scheme, really, really great engine that people have come to know and love. So if you don't have one of these on your roster yet, here's a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Big set for the Allegheny as well.
We've done the big set and the 10-pack of hoppers, so you can build up a fleet really quickly. We've got we talked about the T1s earlier. We've got the 21-inch Crusader cars and the fantasy paint scheme there, and a nice big Coltrane set with plenty of add-on cars for the Reading fans.
Yeah, I got some questions on this set. The is the tender bigger than the other 440s? Is it longer? I guess
it is longer. Yes, it is. I've got that one here too. This one is one of my favorites. This engine represents the Central Pacific's Black Fox, and the CP ran from Ogden to Sacramento. And a lot of those portions, if you've ever driven through that stretch of Utah, you know there's not a lot there. So carrying some extra water was a big deal. And so you have this early version of what we would later call maybe a long haul or coast-to-coast tender. And we're tooling that up specially for this engine. We've got the sample here that we had at Springfield, if you had a chance to see it there. Here's the 3D printed tender with the new 6-wheel trucks. So this one is a little bit longer than the normal one, probably about this much longer would be where the normal tender would cap off one here. The locomotive too has some different details. We did the new stack. Otherwise, visually very similar to the Central Pacific Jupiter that a lot of people know and like.
So was this this engine called the Black Fox? This
engine was called the Black Fox? Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
And this was the engine that pulled the last leg of the Jarrett Palmer Lightning Express from Ogden all the way to the coast. Had the honors of doing the last leg of the journey, and it really is a great story. I encourage people to go do a little research on this train, and once you start hearing some of the stories around it, we could probably do an hour-long program just on what a great train excursion this one is. But it's fun. Once you know the story, you've got to have the train. So we're depicting this coast-to-coast run at the end of its trip, where you had the Central Pacific coach and then the Pennsylvania Combine that carried the sets and some of the crew and media, and then the Pullman car at the end that the cast rode in from coast to coast. Really fun trip. Some great stories around it. I'm hoping at some point I get to have a sit down and do a little talk on just this piece, because I think it's just such a fun story. And you know how I like my quirky railroad history stuff.
Very neat.
Now the passenger cars, are they longer than the other passenger cars?
They are. These are a little bit more modern than the 1860s cars. These are using our 72-foot wood coach tooling, the former MTH tooling that people know pretty well, that are pretty appropriate for that era. And they are a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, a little bit longer than the other cars, but a much closer match to what was used in this train than the cars we normally run with our 440.
Yeah, I think this is the winning set. I tell you, just by the size of the cars, the size of the tender, and the story that goes with this. I was reading the story in the catalog. I was like, wow, very impressive, very impressive.
More 440s and passenger cars. Lots of options here. Just really
lots
cool.
of options here. If you like old steam, all of these are going to be a winner if you like finely detailed locomotives. And we've got a variety of prototypical paint schemes here as well. The Jupiter's sister, Whirlwind. We've got a great Pensy version here, one for the Erie. The U.S. Military Railroad version there is just absolutely gorgeous. The Seminole, another fun fun story of 19th century railroading. So no matter which way you go, you're going to be thrilled, and then sorry that you didn't get the other 5 or 6. So
very neat. Very neat.
Now, will these passenger cars couple up to the Lightning set? Ryan? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
Ryan. Will the other passenger cars couple up to these cars?
Yes. All the cars with the 440s will have drawbars, but also the option for link and pin there if you want to do something. I would recommend using the drawbars on most layouts just because they'll be easier to couple. But if you're setting it up for display or something like that, you have the option of using the link and pins. We're pre-knuckle coupler era here, so we've got that.
Okay.
All right. And on to diesels, I guess. Lots of different options.
Lots of different options. We'd probably skip over a lot of the features and things here because you all know them very well from past catalogs with our Dash 9s in a variety of road names. Then we've got our E7s. The E7s will be AA sets with both units powered. One unit with sound, one unit without. Both have all the smoke and lights. You also have the super base B units. And then a lot of them we have matching passenger car trains as well. A mixture of our 21-inch cars and our 18-inch heavyweight cars, depending on the road name, whichever we felt we hadn't done one in a while for, and some different variations, different train names. Again, features that you all are very familiar with over the past several catalogs. So we've had a lot of interest in some of these. We tried to pick some road names we haven't done as often, but yet still some great classic color schemes.
Any figures in the cars or on the windows or anything?
In the 18-inch heavyweight cars, you'll have the figures because they're a bear to take apart. The 21-inch cars, as usual, come without figures.
Okay.
Also, you got GP20s as well.
GP20s, and these are the legacy GP20s again, not the LC the plus versions or line sheet versions. These have the extra details that we introduced into the line about a year or two ago now in a variety of new road names.
All right, they're coming after us. The product is too hot. Yeah. And lots of good rolling stock. I really like this design. I don't know who thought of it at the Lionel team, but that was very creative. You get Lenny Lager and the smoke pellets. I thought this was a home run. Whoever thought to use the smoke pellet design from back then. We still get customers who come in. They say, I need the smoke pellets. I'm like, nobody makes that stuff anymore. It's all smoke fluid, but people still believe in the smoke pellets, and it's just a classic flat car. I thought this was really neat.
There's a ton of nostalgia there with the smoke pellets, and it definitely goes back to that. I do want to point out all of the rolling stock that you see in this catalog that has a 2.6 as the third and fourth digit. So 2.6, whatever. In our scale rolling stock section, we are going back to the pivoting coupler heads that help you on those extra tight curves, as well as the functioning springs in these trucks. So if you're looking for those older classic style trucks, these will have it. The Lion scale cars, anything with a 4.2 or a 4.3 in that digit product line, those will have the couplers that you've been used to for a while, where they still are attached to the truck and pivot there, and very easy to swap out with scale couplers. And the trucks will have springs, but not functional springs.
Okay. And the AEC Atomic Energy Commission, the last catalog that had one of these cars, it just people went crazy for. So that's been really hot. A lot of nostalgic and post-war inspired with that kind of stuff. So lots of great stuff, and tons of passenger cars as well.
For all of your Reading excursions, yep.
For your Long Island fans, this was a double take. I missed it at first. This was pretty cool, a graffiti Long Island. I thought that was a pretty neat idea, and some great freight cars as well.
Yeah, Kenny, go back one page. Go on. One more. Yeah, no, we missed that. Go. That one there. This AEC car with the sound, it's like a Geiger counter sound. Is that what that has?
Yes. Yeah. So all the cars on these pages, including the Combine car, have the glow in the dark finish, and then the Geiger counter sounds, as well as the freight sounds. As the car is rolling along, you'll get the clickety clack. But rolling or stopped, you'll hear the little of the Geiger counter going in there with the radio activity. Just a fun little touch that we thought we'd add in there for a little bit of humor.
Yep.
And more hoppers, steel side box cars, lots of good road names. And up to the star of the show. And everybody says, oh, another big boy. Why are you running it? And again, I think they're actually going to run the big boy this year. So this is a big thing. And every year, we can't believe it ourselves. Everybody wants the big boy. It just, and this, the Lion Master big boy, the radius, you could run it on any layout. It's just spectacular. It's a big engine, but you could run it on, what's the minimum? 031. I don't know if I believe that, Rye. I'm going to put you up to the test, but let's say 036 to be safe. But even 036, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, we ran it at Springfield on the 036, and it does just fine. And less overhang than you think. We've got some video of that up on our Facebook page, but it will do 031. And Corey, this is your baby, so I'm going to let you take it away.
Yeah, I think it's official. This one has gone completely gangbusters. I don't think we can deny that one at this point. But what's cool also is you have the flexibility of different control options. So you got Bluetooth, TMCC, command control, you name it. This thing is going to be able to run it. But also, we just spoke about how you get all the detail you love in your full-scale Steam, but accommodated for your smaller and medium layouts. And I think that's what really attracts people to this particular Lion Master big boys. They get to kind of enjoy that. But looking at the SKUs themselves here, starting with the 4014, this is probably the most popular right now out of the bunch. But what we've done a little differently is it actually has an oil tender this time as opposed to a coal tender. And it has removed aftercooler details on the front. And so with the other big Lion Master big boys, you're gonna have some of those details, those aftercooler details, and then of course the coal tender. There is one additional Lion Master in the catalog. It's our Polar Express Lion Master, and that does come with custom Polar sound and announcements, which I know a lot of people were curious about that. And we just wanted to assure them, yes, of course, we're going to pack that one with those details. So, of course, the ever famous sort of, we like to refer to as the hot dog paint scheme on 4024. See, really fun there. Then you also have, your 401 UP and again, the 4008. So a little bit of something for everyone, a little, if you're someone who wants something like a little bit more closer to the prototype, we have something for you here. I do want to mention that the 4014 actually does have a high gloss finish on it. So that one will be unique and that it'll have that. So really proud of this and super excited to know that people are as excited as we were to bring it to life.
Okay. Now, all the big boys on this page, they're all going to have an oil tender?
No, just the 4014 will have the oil tender. The others will have the coal tender.
Okay. Gotcha.
Very neat. And the big boy did so well. We're kind of doing a pre-announcement of a unique fantasy exclusive, and we thought something different this time around. And we said, what if a UP diesel was on a big boy? And this is kind of like a concept behind it, but Lionel, we're going to work with Lionel, and we're going to do something really neat, and we're going to add a couple of more details, maybe the bearing caps, or outline the wheels in yellow. But kind of everybody has a UP diesel, and why not make it a big boy? So we thought that fantasy paint scheme would really cross over well. So we just put that up, but we're still finalizing the final details. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you would tweak or change. We're still open and making some adjustments. So let us know what you think. But we showed it around, and a lot of people were really loving it. They thought that it really stood out, something different, unique, and I think it's going to be really nice to do. And of course, the Lionel team, they always do a great job with everything, and especially since it's a Lion Master Big Boy. I mean, to run it on a minimum curve for anyone, it's just going to be a home run. So really cool on that.
Mm-hmm. And Corey, the other black engine on this page, that's going to be the regular flat black color.
Yeah, this one has more of a matte finish as opposed to the gloss finish that you would see on the 4014.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of those pieces where you really don't want to wait to get your order in. Every time we ever come out with Big Boy in general, it's no matter how much we order, we can never seem to hold on to them. They go so quickly. So don't wait if you are on the fence about that particular item.
When I saw it at the show, the size of it is massive. It doesn't look like a Lion Chief 2.0 engine at all. It looks like a full blown out Legacy. It's huge engine.
You're absolutely right. It's very impressive.
Yep.
All right. And moving along, you got Lion Chief Plus, some unique paint schemes. This is pretty cool. Maryland and Pennsylvania. I don't recall seeing that quite often, or if ever, for O-scale. Very cool paint scheme. You got New York Central, SP, BNSF.
And they all smoke, right?
Actions,
All these
yeah.
diesels smoke? Yep. Okay.
Yes, they do.
Very cool. And then some more AEC cars.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that, actually. So in the past few years, we've really experimented with the glow-in-the-dark features. So you're going to see sort of this AEC glow-in-the-dark with atomic rod piece here. And if you remember just a moment ago, Ryan has quite a few pieces of AEC himself. So whenever we come up with new product, we always like for it to be cohesive so someone can really build out that world and everything matches in color and looks appropriate. There was just a comment that the figure there, his outfit would not be glow in the dark. Safety first, as we always say.
Very cool.
But it's a lot of fun, and it'll actually have 30 total ties that can be ejected from your tie ejector. So a little bit more than the previous offerings, which had 20. So more is better in this case, I suppose.
Okay. Now, does it come with more ties or only what's on the flatbed?
It comes with it's 20 ties come with essentially the base of the tie ejector, but we've added 10 additional, which we are visualized here on the flat car. If you wanted to tie more to your flat car, you go for it. You have 30 to work with.
Okay. Very cool. All right, and some new Lion Chief sets.
Yeah, we got a couple of really great freight sets here. Whether you're East Coast, West Coast, something for everyone here with the Bethlehem Steel Mill Runner Lion Chief 040 set. Comes with that great 040 locomotive with the slope back tender. And then you have the gondola with the culvert loads, which I think is always a fun addition, adds a little bit of play value to it. You have the gondola, the hopper, and lighted caboose. And then the Frisco shipping service, paying tribute to the piggyback freight, has the really great, fun piggyback trailers on there with the Pigs Are Beautiful logos on there that I think are really fun. And again, lighted tender on there as well.
Mm-hmm. Very neat. Yeah, different. Bethlehem, very, very neat, and some really cool paint schemes here. Frisco. That caboose is really nice. Ship it on the Frisco. And now these are going to be Bluetooth sets, correct?
Correct. What's great about these sets is you've got a couple of operating modes on here. You can run it with the Lionel Cat 3 app. There'll be a QR code on the box and within the manual to download it there. Also works with the universal remote. If you want to purchase that separately, you can always run that with the universal remote. We've also added what we're calling an auto mode. This is for people that want to just get it out of the box and run it under their Christmas tree or on their layout with no additional type of controls. It'll be a run mode that will, the engine will start stopped. We'll cycle through a couple of sounds, then go in forward motion around the track at a fixed speed. It will randomly do announcements and sound effects, and just a really way for people who just want to kind of set it and forget it, so that it can run around the tree with the no type of Cat 3 app or universal remote needed. So it has an added feature in there for those who are just looking to put something under their tree or on a display layout. Same modes of operation will also be included in the Santa Fe Super Chief and the Union Pacific Flyer sets as well. Again, lots of ways to run these, whether it be with the Cat 3 app or the separately sold universal remote, but really great evergreen sets that do well year over year and at new lower prices as well. Have the Hobby Shop exclusive set returning as well, with the Pennsylvania Keystone. Get the great flat car with the girder bridge. I think it's always a great set year over year. Anything in Pennsylvania just seems to do well, and it's just got that really classic deco on it. Again, has the illuminated caboose. The girder bridge can be removed from the flat car and placed anywhere on your layout. Has the York Paper Company boxcar, and just a really good looking basic starter set for families.
Right.
And then for the separate sale Lion Chief locomotives, we have a couple what if schemes with the pen, power, and light. But we also have a nod to the original Lionel Lines 040 with the 1656. A really great locomotive there. I heard a lot of people talking about this, the 040 returning with the New York Central and the Lionel Lines. So I think this is another one that's going to go gangbusters as well.
That yellow is going to be interesting.
It's really fun to kind of have a nod back to the Freddie Kilowatt and their signature yellow from the Fireless locos. So I think it was really fun to do this bright, loud yellow locomotive.
It's got some U36.
Got some additional U36Bs up at the front of the catalog in the US 250 section. We had the Delaware and Hudson. And the Spirit of America locomotive, and then 3 additional schemes here with Conrail, Reading and Northern, and the Rock engine, which I think is just fun to say and has a great color scheme.
The Rock.
Yes. All right. Another fun returning product that we haven't done in quite some time, we have the autoloaders. You're going to see this in different schemes throughout this section of the catalog in the traditional world. We have Union Pacific, New York Central. Both of these based off of prototypes, but what if on the colors? So we have the kind of pacemaker coloring scheme on the New York Central, and then following up on the Union Pacific with the classic colors there. Both of those will come with the car loads in it, and then rounding out this page, and another return, many requested, the Jet snowblower cars. We've got those in quite a few schemes. We'll have looping sounds in it, and a smoke unit in it. Really fun, lot of action to add to your layout here. And in this, we kind of said like a what if scheme of what if it was a fire extinguisher getting pulled down the rails. So we'll have that great smoke effect and some fun sound effects in it as well.
All
right. Just a little note here on the you got a different page there than I got. I got the Conrail 50th anniversary. So I don't know if it's missing from that storyline there, but this is going to be a popular car for all the Conrail fans out there. 50th anniversary this year.
There's some minor art changes in that one, Ken, but it will definitely be in the lineup and will be made. So
okay.
I wonder who suggested a Conrail anniversary boxcar.
I don't know, but whoever did, really smart and probably handsome.
Yeah. Probably very talented. All right. And tons of Star Wars product. And I was telling Megan, May 4th is coming up. So May the Force be with you. Tons of Star Wars products available, so make sure you check it out.
Yep, big anniversary as well this year of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone with its 25th anniversary. Really excited to add an accessory to the line here. We have a Harry Potter 3-pack for the billboards. It has the different advertisements for all of the little shops that are within Hogsmeade, with Gringotts and Hogsmeade, as well as Hogsmeade Station being featured. These are fun for those who already have the set or picking up the set new this year. Again, it's really fun to be able to add to this collection and celebrate its 25th year.
I can't believe it's 25 years already with this Harry Potter. Wow.
Yeah, and speaking of which, we've sort of created this 25th anniversary O-Gauge boxcar here. A lot of movie imagery from that first film, Sorcerer's Stone, but also that classic lightning bolt that you're used to seeing on Harry, 25th badge door. So the thing about like Harry Potter fans that in general that we've sort of seen is that, you know, they're very loyal to the train, but maybe they'd want something really special just to commemorate the anniversary. You know, this is sort of the perfect fit there.
Mm-hmm. Very neat. Nice looking box.
And for the first time, we actually have a Christmas variation of the Hogwarts set, which I think is really fun. Has character silhouettes in the windows, which is something that we haven't done before. You have all of the characters represented in like fun winter outfits, and then a second passenger coach paying tribute to the Great Hall and the Christmas scene with the floating candles in it. Has a little snow roof on it, snow detailing on the tender and the cab roof. And an additional add-on coach available for purchase separately. Great Christmas detailing on there with the holly going down the side of it. Just a really fun differentiation to the Harry Potter line, but one that we felt was fitting considering there are a lot of people that like to decorate for Christmas with the Harry Potter theme.
Yep. Well, it'll do well. It'll do well.
And then we also have the completion of the movie boxcars. This is the final 2/3 movies in the series. So this will round it out. If you want to collect them all, these will be the last 2 in that series.
Mm-hmm. It's a great product. And also Looney Tunes you're doing.
Lots of great Looney Tunes pieces here, but I think Ryan's got to talk for a second about the Taz car.
Well, I do, because it's one of the most fun things I think in here. So we did sneak 2 scale cars into this line as well, and the Taz stock car I think is going to be one of my favorites. This will have looping sounds of Taz just going absolutely Taz inside there as it rolls along the track. So not a vision card. You don't have all the extra features or need command control for it. Just plug it on any layout and let the fun begin. So but with all the great detailing of one of our high-end cars. So I'm really excited about that. And Megan's done such a great job with the whole Looney Tunes and Acme line that it's just been a lot of fun to sort of go back to Saturday morning cartoons and bring them into the product line again.
Yeah.
And all these pieces really tie back together with ones that we've done year over year. The Acme theme in general has done really well, and all of these pieces fit back into stuff that we've already done. So they'll look together if you're completing a collection, or if you just want a one-off piece that kind of fits in the railroad theme. These do that as well.
Yeah, and a lot of people, you know, trains are family fun, and a lot of the Looney Tunes and just brings the whole family together, whether grandkids, kids, it's just great stuff. I saw Space Jam here. Now, there was a rumor, and we got to confirm it, that Michael Jordan was into trains. So I don't know if you guys know offhand, but maybe he'll get one of these Space Jam cars, and we could get some extra publicity into trains with MJ. But really cool car. So a great way to get the family involved here. You got Pixar, Winnie the Pooh. This was a good idea. The Pooh's farm with the honey vats. Really neat.
We love celebrating anniversaries, and Pixar has a huge anniversary. Winnie the Pooh has a huge anniversary at 100 years. So a lot of great pieces there.
Yeah. You got John Deere, Ford, some really cool traditional licensing, and then Anheuser-Busch. This is a wild set.
Yeah, so again, another scale piece hiding out here in the back half of the catalog. We wanted to do sort of a tribute. This is a big anniversary for Anheuser-Busch. We just saw their great Super Bowl commercial and all of that. So we wanted to play up on that. We've got the Legacy GP20 here, and then 4 of the big heavy-duty flat cars with our big can loads, each of which represents a historic Budweiser can through the ages at different time frames, which is kind of cool. And then the great Northeast style caboose with just some wonderful graphics that tie the whole thing together. We've also got the separate sale, Budweiser 150th commemorative big can car, and then the sort of throwback vintage look Woodside reefer that takes some of the old classic original Anheuser-Busch billboard reefer art combined with the 150 logo to bring it into the modern era and celebrate the best of both worlds. So I actually think this is one of the better looking sets that we've done, and I'm kind of excited by this one. I hope that people pick up on it. And if you're an AB collector, this is going to be a real standout in your collection.
Mm-hmm. Very neat. And also the Budweiser illuminated boxcar. I always think those are pretty neat. And the graphics is just unbelievable. You really got to see it in person. It doesn't come off. You can't get the full effect in a catalog. It's just a lot nicer. And the Budweiser with the flat, that's going to be a home run. A lot of people are going to like that. So really cool. And you got Area 51. Just tons of great stuff.
If you go back one page, something we really want to sort of call out here is our new sort of 50 state collection. We thought, we've thought of doing this before, but it felt really right to just kick off this series on America's 250th. And so we were inspired by, vintage postcards and road trips and even like harkening back to when I know for me, my grandmother had gifted me the 50 state quarters in sort of 2 volumes. Yeah. And it was such a cool thing. And I show my boys, I'm like, look at them, don't touch them, look at them. But I think this sort of is reminiscent of what we've done with our presidential series, which was really successful and people have enjoyed. And I think this is the kind of series that people will just enjoy. And is really a true celebration of each state in our country. So not just like the national celebration, but also celebration of the states as well. And so you're seeing 5 of the first of the 13 colonies are states, and a little, fun piece about, okay, what's their state slogan, their seal, their bird, their flower, like all the cool things we're so proud of, right? And so eventually you get to see New York in there, but you'll have to wait.
Very, very neat. Lots of great stuff, and the artwork is just really awesome design work. 250th, very neat.
All right, and equally as awesome, a Star Wars battery O-gauge train set. So as the title suggests, these are a part of our new series that are basically the engine requires 4 AA batteries, and then you have a remote that takes 3 AAA batteries, a lot like your electric sets would. These sets come with water vapor smoke effect, operating headlight, a loop of plastic tracks, some accessories. But what's really cool about this particular set in general is it's sort of it's pulling really some elements from the film A New Hope. And so as we lead into what will eventually be 2027 and the big Star Wars anniversary, their 50th, it just felt right to come out with a set that kind of, it makes you think of the original film from really beginning to end. And some fun features here. number one, this is going to have officially licensed Star Wars sounds. It's going to have imagery from the motion picture. It has a hopper with got a Dianoga monster in a trash compactor load. So for those who are familiar with the scene from A New Hope, that was like a really intense moment for the squad as they sort of roll on the Death Star. And as you can see, the overall look of the set is sort of inspired by the Death Star, even from the sort of green light concave image in the front. And then, of course, we couldn't forget the crawl. You know, on the caboose, you have that featured there for all of us who are, you know, that's the one thing you really think of initially when the movie starts. And even roof print on top of the boxcars. There's so many things to say about this. It's great as a starter set as well for people that maybe have not made the jump into electric yet. But what's cool is if they do purchase this set, you can place it on Lionel Fast Track or your existing layout with your other electric trains and run it in conjunction with those. So, you know, if Dad's got a train and the son's got a Battery O and he wants to put his Battery O set on Dad's layout, he could run it with Dad's trains or even pull some of the rolling stock maybe Dad has. So, yeah, that's a lot, but I'm really excited about it, and I think people are going to like this one a lot.
Yeah, no, great stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah, and this year, I mean, my father and I kept on saying it. The battery sets were probably like the best-selling stuff in the store. Every day, people would come in just for gifts and just grabbing it off the counter or on the floor. We had them stacked up, and it just all day long. It's a great price point and a great gift to give. It's a great item to get someone into the hobby. And I think all these battery sets are really fun and a lot of action and just really great for everyone involved. So that we saw a lot of battery sets go out this year.
Even though it's for younger kids, they were buying it for older kids too. It was just a fun thing to put around the tree or set up anywhere in the house. So this has no age limit at all. It's just for everybody.
And what's cool is these actually have Bluetooth control as well, which you can operate through Lionel's Cat 3 app or with the remote that's included in your set. Or if you just want to set it and go, it has an autopilot mode. You switch right to the left, put it under your tree, and let that thing go. So pretty cool.
Yeah, that was great.
More battery sets you got there. And as always, the Polar Express. This was the Polar Express Big Boy. Really beautiful colors. And you got a Polar Express 440, just tons of great looking items. Just really nice.
Is that a metallic paint job on that?
I think it shows up nicely in the render that way, but it'll be, the colors will match what you see in the traditional Polar Express, that traditional blue and maroon. So it'll be a nice tie-in with those locomotives. Of course, you got a little bit of snow highlights here and there as well on the cars. So. It's really nice.
The Polar Express Big Boy, one of the better sellers in the catalog. A lot of people going crazy over this. More Polar Express. You got the diesels, passenger cars, and you got the traditional starter set. This is the snowblower Polar Express, so it kind of ties in hand together. And you got a passenger station as well, tons of items, and then also the tie injector car and the Vision stock car as well.
Can you go back to page? I'm sorry. The one more page. These passenger cars, will they match the K4 Polar Express coming out?
Yeah, you could definitely run this behind the Polar K4, or if you just wanted to modernize your consist behind the Burke. We sort of looked at this as the next generation Polar Express, early diesel era Dreamliner train. We do expect to release some additional cars to further extend this consist as well. So yeah, this is just another fun one with the new 21-inch cars out there that people will enjoy. Again, the E7s with a great color scheme and all of the details there. So very much, always nice to bring out another run of Polar line just when you think you have everything, and you come up with something new.
Everything Polar sells. Everything.
All right.
I think the easy to gloss over, but the advent calendar. I'm gonna toss it to Megan on this one because it's a really cool piece.
Yeah, we can't really show you what's in it because everything is a surprise. But you got it. You know, it's a standard advent calendar. Everyone's got one these days, and why not have one in the traditional O world? What's really great about this is you get a exclusive piece of Polar Express rolling stock that we haven't offered anywhere. So all new deco, secret piece of rolling stock in there. You're going to have an additional 11 accessories and add-on pieces to add on to your existing Polar set, or to tie back or add to maybe a new train set that you're getting this year. But as we get closer to the holidays, we'll kind of reveal the packaging, because it's always fun to see what's going on with the packaging for these. It'll have a little way to like integrate it into your train set as well, with a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a fold down feature on the box itself that you can integrate with your track. And then again, you're getting the piece of traditional rolling stock that you can't get anywhere else, and some additional special accessories that you can reveal for 12 days, or open them all up on the first day if you're like me and want to see everything in there quickly. But very magical experience for a lot of kids to be able to open up an advent calendar and do an item every day.
I'm trying to visualize this, Megan. Can you walk us through, because I actually missed this, and I'm trying to visualize 12 boxcars as a calendar.
There's going to be one boxcar.
Oh, one boxcar.
And then,
okay.
then 11 additional pieces of accessories. So you're going to get a box, and inside the box there are going to be cutouts, and they'll all be labeled with different numbers on them, 1 through 12. And each day you can open it up and pull out a different accessory or special add-on for your set. And then on the 12th day, you can open up the last reveal and get a piece of traditional O-gauge rolling stock. And again, the decoration on that will be exclusive to this set. Isn't anything that we've done before or re-hit. It'll be specifically for the advent calendar for this year.
Okay.
Something different. Looks interesting.
Yeah, it'll be a really great gift. Like I said, for people that maybe already have the Polar Express set, or are getting the Polar Express set for the first time and want to have an additional amount of fun for the reveal up until Christmas. Be able to open up the little window boxes for 12 days and get all kinds of different add-ons and pieces to go back with their sets.
Now, does every one of these have exactly the same pieces in each box? Okay, so there's no surprises in some of them where it's a different item or anything. Okay.
No, not this year, but maybe in the future. We'll see.
These are actually very popular in Europe. I guess some of the scenery manufacturers do advent calendars and stuff like this, and people love it. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out, and excited to actually have one in the hands to kind of go through and show people. It's going to be something different, unique. I give you guys credit for trying something like this, and that's a great, perfect gift to give to the kids and your loved ones, just so they kind of have something to open up and get excited about trains. It's just very, very nice.
Is the box going to be in Polar Express colors or in the green?
Yeah, absolutely. And so as we get closer to the holidays, we'll kind of do like a box reveal, but it will have some really great Polar Express decoration on it, and then a fold down flap on the front that you can then place under your track to kind of integrate it into your scenery. And then you have 12 different fold out or corrugated pieces that you open up and reveal each window that'll have a scene on it as well. But again, something you can kind of integrate into your layout, but then be able to pull out all the different pieces from it.
Okay, is this a one-shot deal type of thing? When you're out of them, or you're going to continue it? Or?
Well, this is definitely the version for 2026, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Get your orders in.
Yep.
All right, and some great Christmas stuff. I mean, these 440s, just so many great paint schemes, tons of flair. And look at this, a Christmas wreath on top, and it's just really cool. You got Christmas passenger cars, and the Vision line. Ryan's sneaking in there, Christmas territory now. He doesn't want Corey and Megan to have all the fun anymore. That's it. He's trying to crash the holidays now.
You can't look like Santa and not have a little fun. And the Vision reindeer car, we've done some different variations of this in the past. Next to Taz, I think the reindeer stock cars are some of my favorite, just because they sound so ridiculous, and you've got the quilling reindeer in there, and it's just really a fun piece. The 440s look amazing, and just all these scale pieces are a lot of fun. So I think you got some real winners here, and some hard choices in this catalog for sure.
That's right.
Well, all these scale cars you're making now, it goes great with our custom scale Hudson we made this year.
Absolutely. That turned out beautifully.
Yeah.
You got the is this a Fezziwig? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Very cool.
The Fezziwig paint scheme was kind of a sleeper hit a couple years back, and got for more year over year. So we have a great ready to run set here. Call it the Spirit of Christmas. Kind of embodies the spirit of Fezziwig here, with the great cars, lots of filigree on it, the snow covered roof, and an additional passenger coach if you want to extend the train.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that always ask for European type trains, and this fits the bill right there. So I think this is a home run, this set, and it's so Christmassy. Everything about it is Christmassy, and also the Hogwarts Christmas. Both of those sets, it'll be an interesting Christmas with what people are going to pick out.
That's right. And Fastlane wants even more add-on stuff for Fezziwig. So we're looking forward to that. And more Christmas stuff. This GP7, just really cool paint scheme, Yuletide Express. And you got the tie ejector and the flat car, Santa's Workshop. Tons of stuff. Comet, great looking products. And more Star Wars, Disney Christmas. That's pretty cool. You're gonna have the Disney presents on top, and the Mandalorian, right? Is that right, Megan? You gotta brush up on brush up on my Star Wars product.
we have two different versions. We did two different versions last year as well. One featuring Mandalorian and Grogu. Got a movie coming out this summer, so perfect time to celebrate Mando and Grogu. We have the classic original trilogy images on the other boxcar. There's actually what I would maybe call like a hidden gem down at the bottom of the page in the left-hand corner. You have the Hoth 2-pack. This has the jet snowblower in it. Kind of an imagining of like what would a train look like if it was rolling through Hoth, if it wasn't frozen, of course. So you have the jet snowblower car. Again, will have really cool sound effects, has that smoke feature, but you also have the bobbing Tauntaun car. So in the bottom corner there, you have the two Tauntauns actually featured in the Super Bowl commercial the other day with Mando and Grogu getting pulled by the Tauntauns. They'll be bobbing back and forth out of the window. There'll be fully 3D sculpts there. A lot of fun Star Wars action. And again, I think that having them in a 2-pack and kind of celebrating Hoth and that frozen planet there, I think is really fun and kind of just funny to have the Tauntauns bobbing back and forth as they go down the track.
Very neat. And, big shout out to Angela Trotta Thomas. She does a great job, and her artwork every year it's just classic, iconic, and she always does a great job. And she always captures the essence of the spirit of Lionel Christmas and how Christmas is synonymous with trains. And you got a little boy opening up his presents and a classic Santa Fe Lionel train underneath. And with his dog Spot in the back. I just made up his name, but insert your own dog's name over there. But really cool. And then you got the classic Lionel catalogs, just really nice stuff. And more Christmas stuff. You got a peppermint hopper with presents. This one's really neat. The Kringle Christmas car, auto rack car.
Yeah, I tell you, Kenny, during Christmas time when you drive down the main streets and the car dealerships, they always put a bow on a car. So cars are a Christmas present to some people. They just, they are. I never got a car for Christmas, but some people do.
Very cool artwork. Who designed that? Very neat. And another Buster snowblower. We could probably use these this year and this month, Rye. What do you think? You guys got stuck recently.
Yeah. I've seen enough snow this year.
The Amherst Train Show needed that. And your classic Christmas starter sets. Lots of great stuff. And this is the 2026 artwork design, and this is always the best-selling boxcar. So, Corey or Megan, why don't you touch up on the Christmas boxcar this year?
Yeah, sure. I don't know, Megan, do you want to do it, or you want me to jump in? What are you feeling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go take care of it. We are hitting up every scale here. What's really great about the design on this one here kind of has a small subtle nod to the 250th with the U.S. flag on the barn back there. Again, every scale, whether you're O scale, traditional, American Flyer, or HO, it's a great car and something that everyone enjoys to collect year over year.
This is a traditional gift. If you're getting someone a gift, you're getting them the dated Christmas boxcar, and whatever scale, whether it's American Flyer, HO scale, O scale. And I tell you, Lionel is becoming a sensation in HO now. All their licensed product, the Christmas product, and now the high-end product, everybody is getting into the Lionel HO scale product. We haven't had much time to talk about it, but maybe we'll save it for another show. Lots of great stuff. They just announced Maxon test cars. If I got that right, Rye. I thought it was just going to be a traditional test weight, but it's something completely different, never done before in HO to my knowledge. Totally unique, really cool. So lots of great stuff. So lots of great stuff there. This HO scale 2026 boxcar. And some more accessories to expand your world. So lots of great stuff. And Rye, do you want to just do a quick talk about the switches?
Sure, I can do a quick update here. So we spent a lot of time over the last couple of years working on a redesign for our entire fast track switch line to make things a little bit more efficient, but also to make things a little bit more upgradable and modular. So we're re-releasing the line this year. You'll see a whole new set of SKU numbers here. These are the same dimensionally from the top view down. These are going to look just like what you're used to in a fast track switch. They're interchangeable with the dimensionally with all the previous switches, and there's no issues there. All the switches will now be sold as manual switches. And then there is a one-size-fits-all add-on command control and motorized kit that you can simply 4 screws onto the bottom of your underside of your switch there. And it adds your power and command control. And then that will also give you the add-on switch lever, the lighted switch stand, and all the goods so that you're ready to go. So if you want to build a layout now on a tighter budget, put all your switches in, and then come down the road and say, you know what, that switch over there is kind of hard to reach. Let me put some command control on that. You can easily upgrade it without having to replace the entire switch. Just go get the new control module and put that underneath, and you'll be all set to go.
Yeah. What do you mean with command control? You'll be able to switch the switch with your phone?
You can use with using the legacy system. Yeah, if you have your command control, yes.
Mm-hmm. Didn't know that.
Lots of great stuff. All electronics, track guides, lighted track. All right. Lots of great stuff. America 250.
Yeah.
I think we did it. It was a crash.
Efficiently than I expected we would.
It was a crash course, but we did it. That's right. And tons of great product. And Ken Senior, do you want to go over some top picks of what you thought and what people are ordering? I think people love to kind of hear that stuff.
Okay. Well, definitely the big boys, the 4014 black, which will be an excursion again this year, going from the West Coast to the East Coast. Don't know where it's going to land or end up on the East Coast. I would like it to be near us for sure. And the Polar Express big boy, the Christmas boxcar and they're also making a PS1 2026 Christmas boxcar. That did very well last year too. Declaration of Independence boxcar is a home run, and pretty much most of the 250-year stuff is just guys are buying multiple items in that for sure. The Reading and Northern T1, which we just found out is they're putting that on the rails this year or something. So that's why that's popular. And the 250-year hybrid Statue of Liberty car. The Statue of Liberty, does it have the same picture of both sides on that car? Okay, and it lights up.
On both sides, and then it's got the illumination on the right-hand side, so she will light up as well.
And the U36B Seaboard in Bicentennial, that's been popular. And the state box cars, Allegheny number 1601. That's is that running on the rails or something? That particular number?
That one is preserved at the Henry Ford Museum.
Okay, that's right. And Gold Chessie, that's another popular one. And those are the tops so far. Usually the last week or the last day, people order like crazy. So that may change, but right now those are the winners.
Yep. And put in the chat what your top picks are. We want to know what you're looking at and what you're interested in. It kind of helps us gauge what to order and stock up on. And also Lionel, it's really helpful, especially pre-ordering products. So we kind of know what to order, stock up on, and get your product reserved. If you haven't pre-ordered, make sure you pre-order. Ken Senior, do you know the deadline date?
The 17th for us, the 18th for us to get our orders in. So everybody should get their orders in hopefully prior to that instead of waiting to the last minute.
As soon as possible.
Yeah. But and don't think you can do it later, because the last couple of catalogs, Lionel did not mass produce a lot of it because of tariffs, this and that, and everything else. Get your order in. We don't take deposits, and you can cancel if you like also. So it's a better safe than sorry. Better to get it than not to get it.
Yeah, within reason. If you're ordering 30 of engine and then cancel all 30, it messes us up. But we appreciate that. But we make it very simple and easy for customers. And one of the best parts of pre-ordering this year with tariffs, it was definitely overwhelming. And as everybody knows, it was very difficult on all, on us and pricing, and made it challenging. Most of everything, Train World actually ate the tariffs for our customers that pre-ordered products. So it was kind of a thank you for everyone who supported us. And as well as, Lionel did whatever they could to really minimize the impact on tariffs for the dealers. So we appreciate Lionel for doing what they could. Ken Senior, Train World, the team, we really thought, we wanted to do right by the customer. So that's why sometimes it does, pay to pre-order products. So just a caveat on that and a tidbit. We didn't really tell anyone, but just a side note on it, and just wanted to kind of explain why pre-ordering sometimes does have its perks and benefits. But back to the top items and top picks. We do have some great influencers that shared some great videos. So let's just share some real quick. And I'm sure you guys know some of these influencers, but don't forget, put in the chat what your top picks were for this catalog. We want to hear from everybody on their top Lionel picks. So let's share. Ben, let's Let's hear from Ben.
Shout out to all my Orange Box Goodness gangsters. Shout out to my Train World fam. It's your boy Ben Wayne, here to let you know that Lionel's dropped a new catalog. Anyway, here are my top picks. First of all, I gotta get that gold Chessie Vision Line GP40. That is item number 2633450. All right. I got to get that Chessie breakdown unit to go with it, of course. So that's item 2633409, y'all. Babe. Last but not least, I'm looking at that Lionel Allegheny steam locomotive. That's 2631450. That's an articulated steam locomotive. I'm going 100% full throttle, y'all.
Looks like he's getting thrown out of the house.
Catalog.
Yeah, so make sure you I guess keep it on the down low of what you're ordering, or you're going to be hit in the head with shoes like Ben over there. But he always does a great job promoting the hobby. Ben,
if you need a place to stay, you can stay at our house.
That's right. And also Chris Trains and Things. Chris Montana had a great segment, so let's play Chris.
Hey, Train World fam, it's Chris from Chris's Trains and Things here. It is post-catalog day, and I'm here to share my top pick from the catalog, and it is going to be the 440 Whirlwind number 2631540. And I got to pair that up with the 1860s coaches. I mentioned this in my video. You know, the Central Pacific 2-pack, 2627840. Those coaches look super cool. They'll look great with Whirlwind going around the layout. Might have to add that one to my collection. What's your top pick from this catalog from Lionel? Catch you next time.
All right. And Chris Montana always does a great job on YouTube and his channels. And also RJ chimed in with his top
Hello,
pick.
Train World fam. This is RJ from RJ's Trains on YouTube and Instagram. And my top pick from the all-new Lionel 2026 Volume 1 catalog is the Lionel 440 painted up in that U.S. military paint scheme, as well as those matching passenger cars. They look awesome. So let us know down in the comments, what's your top pick from the 2026 Volume 1 catalog?
All right, so we heard a lot from some great influencers out there. So 440s, GP40s, and a lot more. Lots of hot product from Lionel, and we did it, guys and gals. We did it.
Great catalog. It's super impressive. This cover and everything inside was spectacular. We're just gonna sell the heck out of it without a doubt. It's all good stuff, all great stuff. And 250 year, I don't think there's any other toy company or hobby company that does that 250 year thing. It's Lionel is dominating big time, and it hasn't even begun to show it on TV or anything, but it's going to be huge, and everybody's going to jump on a bandwagon buying anything 250 years. It's a special milestone, without a doubt. So grab it now. Put your orders in.
I think it's just great to see some patriotic spirit coming out from everywhere. And it's also kind of fun to think that 250 years of America, and we've been around for 125 of that. So it's kind of the two of us go hand in hand with Lionel. So it's always good. And this has been great tonight. This is kind of our wrap up on the easy fun part for all of us. Now we have to make all these things. So get your pre-orders in. We'll be sitting down in another week or so to get all those orders put together, get our factory schedules and orders in, and then try and get everything out of the catalog and into your hands by the end of this year.
Yeah. Well, thanks to everybody for tuning in, and Lionel, thank you for doing this with us and promoting Lionel Trains to everyone out there. And don't forget to support local. Go into your local hobby shop, and they'll answer your questions, show you a catalog. check out different items, what they have there. But you got to support local. We still need hobby shops and train stores. It's very important, and it's always good to talk to somebody who knows something about it to help you out and keep it going. And don't box up that Christmas train set. Put it on a table to keep it going. Put it in the garage, in the attic, in the basement, anywhere. But keep that train set up and going, and have a great year with trains. Thank you.
That's right. And big shout out to Lionel and their team for coming on tonight, joining us. We really appreciate their support and staying after hours to do this. But if you like Lionel product, if you liked what you saw from the Lionel Trains catalog, as much as those influencers did, make sure you head to trainworld.com. We take pre-orders. We make it nice and easy for everyone. And you could filter whichever way you want it. You could search however you want it, and you could pre-order how many you want. So we appreciate that. And don't forget the raffle. Put in the chat and we'll pick a winner tomorrow. Hashtag Lionel 250 and the state you're from will pick out a winner. So don't forget this beautiful Angela Trotta Thomas boxcar. And thank you, everyone. And thank you very much, Lionel. We truly appreciate it.
Megan and Corey, you do fabulous job on the catalog. Thank you very much for your passion and your expertise and your creativity. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And don't let Ryan push you out on the Christmas stuff. Tell him to keep his scale trains away from Christmas and Halloween.
No, I steal equally as much from him as he does from me, so we make a good team.
All right. Pretty soon, Ryan's going to want that Star Wars stuff for the legacy. And I saw a Harry Potter legacy request. I think Ryan's going to start going, maybe down the line. So, all right. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. Have a great night, everyone. And thank you again. Get your Lionel pre-orders in today.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.